Coercion is rape. Coercion is rape. If you have to convince somebody to have sex with you, if someone says no and you are trying to discover ways to make them say yes, that is rape. If you get someone drunk to have sex with them, that is rape. If someone says no and you start telling them they'll feel good and, oh, well, we can do this and I want to date you and I'll do this, that is rape. Like, if you're trying to negotiate your way into sex, that's rape. Hello, you guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl, baby, and I'm here to discuss some pretty heavy things, but I think it's time that we have a serious discussion about it because it's getting out of hand. So if you guys don't know yet, there is a situation going on with the streamer Jourdin Pauline. She's also I guess I wouldn't say a well-known singer, but she's a singer, pop star girl or whatever, and she is alleging that streamer of the Clover Boys and friends of Kai Cenat sexually assaulted her. And while she didn't exactly say that he raped her, I'm gonna go ahead and say that that's what I think it is. Allegedly, I don't know what happened, but based off of the story that she told, I'm gonna say that it was coercive rape. I'm not going to insert any clips or anything like that because while I do want to talk about what she said happened, this video is more so about rape culture, coercion culture, and sex culture in America and how it leads a lot of women to be raped. So this is what Jourdin Pauline is saying happened. And if you ask me, this is the very definition of rape. And not only is it rape, based off the way she said it happened, it was very intentional. So Jourdin Pauline says that she lost her phone. She leaves the party wherever they were. She lost her phone. She left her party. She realized that her phone was at the party. And I want to be clear that she never says Tylil's name by name. Like, she never names him, but she shows her call log, and it basically is a call log of Tylil blowing up her phone. I want to be very clear that it could possibly not be Tylil, but I think at this point, if it wasn't Tylil, she would have said it wasn't Tylil. So back to the story. She leaves the party, right? Realizes she doesn't have her phone, left her phone at the party. She goes back to the party. She realized that whoever has her phone, right? And they say, oh, well, my assistant has your phone. My assistant is at the hotel, right? So boom, right? In my opinion, why would her phone be at the hotel? So whatever they did, they intentionally took her phone, said her phone was at the hotel so they could intentionally get her somewhere private so that they could attempt to coerce her into sex or just outright rape her, right? Ain't no telling how it would have went, really. So that happens, right? She goes to the hotel. Her phone is in the boy's back pocket, right? She says she like goes to the bathroom to use the bathroom. When she comes out the bathroom, the dude is like, I'm fucking you. I don't care. I'm fucking you. I don't care. I don't care. I'm fucking you. So I'm like, okay, like that's crazy. She kind of like skips over something from there, but this is when I start like insinuating that it's coercion. For one, him saying, I'm fucking you. I'm fucking you. I don't care. I'm fucking you. Rape. Like, that's coercion and rape right there. You don't tell nobody, I don't care, I'm fucking you. It already sounds like she's about to be in a situation where she's about to be raped, if you ask me. So she says that the only reason that he stopped having sex with her is because she started crying. She said she has her head like leaning down. He pulls out his camera and she starts crying and he's like, why are you crying? I'm going to talk to you again. What the fuck do you mean you're going to talk to her again? This is how I know it's coercion. Like, all of the things that she's saying that about this is like me feeling like she's coerced. Like, him even trying to say like, oh, well, like, you let me have sex with you, I'm going to talk to you again. Like, we still going to be friends. We still going to be cool. Like, that's rape. Like, can we all see how that's coercion and that's rape? Like, you trying to like justify why it's okay or why y'all should have sex, even though you've already been told no once. And on top of her being drunk and on top of her getting her to another location, that's fucking rape. Like, everything about that to me gives intentional rape, right? And so what I really think was happening, because this is the part of sexual assault that people really don't talk about, right? The humiliation ritual of it all, right? They're like, why is she coming? Why is she coming to the internet? Why is she doing this? Why is she doing that? Because the worst part about being sexually assaulted is the humiliation of it all, right? I think, at least to me, right? Especially if you've been sexually assaulted before. Like, if you've never been sexually assaulted before, the first sexual assault is going to be damaging just off the strength of the experience. If you've been sexually assaulted before, the next time it's going to be the humiliation ritual and the social bullying, harassment, and isolation that comes after. So this is what I think happened afterwards, right? I think they had sex, or he sexually assaulted her, whatever, however you want to call it, right? Unconsensual, sexual, whatever, intercourse. He told everybody in his little crew, right? He told all his friends, I hit Jourdin Pauline, right? Humiliation ritual begins, right? Everyone's like, no, not Jourdin Pauline, Jourdin Pauline. She's telling everyone, and now she's like, that's fucked up, right? They're calling out her name, they're slut shaming her, they're probably unfollowing her because he has a girlfriend, right? He has a girlfriend. They're calling her a whore. They're calling her name. They're calling her a liar. They're calling her a skank, probably, right? Because I don't know. But so now she's like, what the fuck? Like, not only did I not want to have sex with you, I had sex with you, and now you're telling everyone you're having sex with me. You're humiliating me. I think that's the part about sexual assault that no one speaks about. The humiliation ritual of it all. It's one thing to be touched and places that you don't want to be touched, but it's a whole nother thing to have to go through the isolations of people putting derogatory things on your name, speaking on an experience that they really understand nothing about, right? A man bragging about having sex with you, about conquesting you when you didn't want to have sex with him. It's awful. It's terrible. So that's my thing, right? And I think rape culture is so entwined with regular sex culture in America that most men don't even know that a lot of their so-called conquest is just rape. Like, it's just plain and simple rape. For example, right? Not even for example, right? Men, the fact that conquest and domination is a thing within male sex culture is why sex culture becomes so rapey, right? Every time you pursue a woman, if your goal is to convince her or to manipulate her into having sex with you, then that's rape. Like, we hear these things all the time. Like, there was a video going viral not too long ago about this man saying, like, he lies to women frequently about his emotional feelings for them, and like, you know, like how he feels about them in order to get them to have sex with him, because he knows that if he didn't pretend to pursue these women romantically, they wouldn't have sex with him. That's rape. That's rape. That's rape. Y'all remember that one episode of Will Smith where, like, a girl was like, I'm not having sex until I get married, and then, like, Will Smith, like, pretends to marry her. She got on her wedding dress, and that would have been rape. Like, you will go so far as to pretend to marry a girl to have sex with her. That's rape. That's rape, y'all. I know y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I think this is so normalized in sex culture, and we just accept it as normal. And, like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know a single woman who hasn't been sexually assaulted or raped. Period. Like, almost every woman in my circle, every woman that I'm friends with, every woman that I interact with has been sexually assaulted or raped in some type of way. And it's so very frequently. Matter of fact, like, I went to the club like a month ago and a dude sexually assaulted me. Like, sexual assault is normal. I'm sitting down, I'm minding my own fucking business. And this man, this like fucking Puerto Rican boy, he comes down, he sits down, he wraps his hands around me and lays his hands on my chest. I'm like, and I'm kind of mad at myself now, because why the fuck am I always so polite when people do weird ass shit to me? I'm like, excuse me, like, can you, like, get off me, please? Like, why are you on me? And then that's another thing about, like, rape culture. Like, we teach women to be polite to men. Like, we tell women that we need to be, like, soft and like I don't want to say complicit, but that's essentially what it is. Like, we need to be understanding about men's feelings and emotions, and not just because like men are men, but because men are dangerous. Like, if not, you can end up in a situation where not only did you get touched, but you got shot and killed. Like, and I think a lot of men don't understand that. They're like, oh, she's a grown woman. Like, why didn't she just get herself out the situation? At the end of the day, being in a situation with a man in a room alone, you could end up raped. Like, you can end up raped, you can end up killed. It's one of those situations where I will never actually put myself in it again. Like, I will never ever be alone with a man in a room that I don't know well. And even then, like, you can't even guarantee that a man that you know well won't sexually assault you in a room alone. Like, you'll be so fucking surprised. No, you won't. Actually, don't be surprised. Because any man could do you in. For real, for real. It's sad. It's bad out here because men are not taught that no means no. No means no. I don't want to. We're just friends. These things mean nothing to men. Like, even men, like, even the concept of a man who you've friend zoned sticking around hoping that one day you'll have sex with him is a form of sexual coercion. Like, you're hoping that one day that my emotions will be so low and I'll be so fucked up that one day I'll have sex with you. That's the ultimate coercion. That's the ultimate coercion. Me and my friends have been like in so many weird situations with men that at this point, like, we just call it rape bodies. And like, it's sad, it's fucked up, but it's something that we talk about all the time. Like, oh shit, just another fucking rape body. Because you be in these situations where you're alone in a room with a man. And I was talking about this on my TikTok earlier. Like, for one, the way that we depict rape in media, right? When you see a woman fighting for her life, screaming, kicking, a man pulling on her hair, throwing her to the bed, violently ripping off her clothes and ripping off her hair and da da da. That makes it easier for men to commit rape because now a woman is more afraid of like the violence of rape than the actual rape itself. So a lot of men are going to get away with committing rape more easily every time we depict rape as a violent act because women are going to be more scared to go through the violence of rape than the rape itself, right? And so I say that we allow so much to go unchecked in sex culture. Like, even though the terms that we use for sex are very violent and very rapey. Banging, screwing, smashing, drilling, you know what I mean? Putting folks through the mattress. Like, all of this shit is very rapey in nature. You know what I mean? I think a lot of the words surrounding sex culture is rapey. Like, even men viewing sex as a conquest is very rapey. Why are you conquering people? It's supposed to be a consensual act between two people. If you view sex as conquest, you're probably a fucking rapist, right? You're not looking for someone to have a consensual experience with. You're looking for people to dominate and add to your list. That's rape. Like, the amount of times that I have had to say rape in this video. I mean, someone should be a lot of shit is rape, right? And unfortunately, a lot of women are not going to want to view a lot of the sex that they have as rape because they don't want to be victims. And I understand that completely. But the truth of the matter is, you probably were raped. Like, I want you to make a list. Like, just make a list, right? Rape versus consensual sex. If you said no and they had to convince you, it was rape. If you like put your hand near your body and they removed your hand, it was rape. If you were drunk, they got you drunk, they got you high, it was rape. If they got you alone in a room, started touching you, it was rape. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they didn't ask you, do you want to have sex? And you said yes, it was rape. Like, it was rape. He coerced you. It was rape. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean, go ahead and pathologize and start crying or whatever. I just want everyone to be more aware of what it means to consent to something. To consent because we are not taught sexual consent. I was never taught sexual consent. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I think it was earlier today, that I realized, like, the first time I had sex, I was coerced. And that was kind of awful to think about, because I remember how humiliating that entire experience was, right? Not only did I not initially want to have sex, right? I did not want to have sex. I'm putting my hands there, you're tugging on my clothes, and then I'm just like, okay, like giving in, right? I went through the entire humiliation ritual of having everyone in my business, right? Slut shaming, people worried about me having sex, people questioning me, and then on top of that, you denying having sex with me after telling someone you had sex with me, and then everyone knowing. Like, for a teenage girl, that be your first experience having sex, you're probably going to be coerced a lot after that, because you don't even know you're being coerced. You know, you don't even know that experience was coercion. So a lot of women are coerced. Like, I remember one time I was at, like, spring break or something, and this dude, like, he kept touching me and tried to get me to have sex with him, and I would not have sex with him. And when I left, he kept texting me, and I would never text him back. And for a year, he kept messaging me and was like, why won't you talk to me? I'm like, because you tried to coerce me and have sex. He's like, I didn't try to coerce you. I'm just saying, like, why didn't you want to have sex? Because I don't want to. Like, why is I don't want to not enough? I don't want to. I don't want to. This is why I will never put myself in another situation. And most men really do not take no as an answer, right? They have to, like, try to find some way into forcing you to have sex, even though you've already said that you didn't want to have sex. I saw Black Ryan Seacrest, and if you don't know who Black Ryan Seacrest is, good for you. That means you're probably a mentally stable person who has never encountered real crazy before, and that's a blessing in itself. But basically, he said that he doesn't believe in celibacy, because anytime a woman has said that she was celibacy, he ends up having sex with her in 2 weeks. He was like, you know, the way I talked him out of it. Like, if you have to talk a woman out of into sex, then you, come on now. Like, do I have to keep saying it? Seriously. A lot of shit is coercion. Like, a lot of men are not actually having consensual sex with women, right? And that's because of the idea of domination and sexual conquest, right? When we tell men that their sexual pursuits are to keep track, that the more women that they have sex with, the cooler they are, all of this is rooted in rape culture. Like, it really is. It's kind of sad, but it's freaking true. Like, it's getting to the point where I'm just like, damn. So, you know, like, going back to the Jourdin Pauline situation, yeah, like, I do believe that she was coerced, and coercion is rape. We need to stop sugarcoating that. Like, if you're not getting a resounding yes, it's a no. Like, do you want to have sex? Well, like, and unfortunately, like, women are very, like, polite. Like, women don't want to say no to men, because saying no to a man is scary. Because imagine you say no and he doesn't take no for an answer. My God, what a terrifying situation. Yeah. So, like, I just want us to all, like, really start having this conversation about what it means to be coerced, about being raped, about us being honest. Because I think when the vast majority of us kind of lie about situations that we've been in, it puts us all in danger. Like, it puts everyone in danger for us to not, like, have this conversation. Let me tell you about one more situation before I get up off of here, because this is the one where I stop trusting women too, because women will put you in situations to be raped too. I went on a 2-man, and this was before a 2-man was called a 2-man. You know what I mean? I'm grown. Went on a 2-man. This was about 5 years back. You know, my homegirl had this boyfriend. They was both military. You know, she wanted me to date her boyfriend, little military friend or whatever. And I'm at her apartment, in his apartment. Actually, I'm in their apartment. The 2 boys share an apartment. And, like, she was like, oh, like, we spending the night. I'm like, who's spending the night? Like, I'm not spending the night. She was like, yeah, like, I'm finna go in this room with my boyfriend and, like, you can stay with him. I'm like, he like, come lay down in this bed with me. I'm like, no, I'm not finna go in there and lay down in this bed with you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not finna go in here and lay down in this bed with you. I don't know you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know you. I'm not gonna put myself in a situation, because I've been in a situation before, right? Where I know this man is finna try to touch me. I don't want to be touched. I don't want to be touched. So, like, be careful about that shit, too. Like, hanging out with certain types of girls, because certain types of girls, they don't understand what's finna go down. Or they do understand what's going down, and they've willingly volunteered your body to somebody else. So you gotta be careful with men and women, because women don't understand how serious this is. Unfortunately, like I said, a lot of women will never see certain things as rape, and they'll never see it as rape situations, because they just won't. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. I think America has a very rapey sex culture. Let me know what y'all think about the Jourdin Pauline situation. Let me know what y'all think, right? Have you ever been in a situation like this? I'm sure you have if you're a woman. And, let's just talk about it. Like, let's just open up the floor for real, because it's so bad. Like, it's to a point, like, honestly, this is probably like one of the main reasons that I'm celibate, because I just don't want to be in a situation with a man where I'm going to end up being pressured. So it's like, it's a lot easier this way. You know what I mean? Because now I know that I don't want to have sex, so I know not to put myself in situations where that might happen to me. And I think this is why last note. I think this is why, like, in the 1800s or whatever, when women were like courting and dating, it always had to be another person present in the room, because you never know what a man will do. Really and truly. All right. That's enough for me today, you guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok. And you can go see the video that I made about this on TikTok. The comments are absolutely crazy. You'll see that a lot of people in the world are rapists. A lot of men are rapists. And a lot of women are rape supporters. It's actually a sick, sad world. All right. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.